Yesterday we finished up packing about a couple days worth of orders. You guys have been supporting Hunt & Company like crazy, so I thank you so much for that. First things first, this morning we need to stop by USPS and drop all this stuff off. Guess this wouldn't be a bad time to remind you guys that this Friday at 10 a.m. our tie-dye collection is dropping on Hunt & Company. We have 5 new sweatshirts, 2 new t-shirts, 3 new flannels, 2 new hats, 9 new windshield banners, and the new super pins are dropping as well. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. We've been working on this for such a long time, and with every order that gets placed during the new drop, a free Hunt & Co face mask will be included inside your order for free. We're gonna put some more hours on the Z today, and I'm looking forward to doing today's video because it's gonna be extremely satisfying, and I've seen a few other people do this, and I've always wanted to do it myself, and I finally have a car that I feel is worthy of doing it to. I don't know if we should call this Selena 2.0 or maybe it doesn't even get a name. I'm not quite sure yet. We need to clean all of this up. This is disgusting. Yesterday we cleaned off the oil pan and kind of cleaned up underneath the car. The main reason why I like to clean everything up when I get a new car is because it helps identify if anything new begins to leak. It's hard to remember what everything looks like, and especially when it's dirty, it's hard to notice new things. So it's really important for me to make sure everything is clean on this car. And something that has been really bothering me is how oxidized these headlights are, and luckily Meguiar's has tons of products where we can get all this stuff done today. I'd also like to point out that our front bumper and rear bumper I dropped off for paint this morning. So they said because things are kind of slow, because insurance claims aren't really that popular when no one's really driving, they're like, we'll probably have a 2-day turnaround, which means later this week we're gonna have our Nismo front end and rear end. Damn, I'm excited for that. I have a few products that we're gonna use to clean all this stuff up, which I will show in just a second, but we're also gonna give a little bit of love to the interior of this car. It's not necessarily very dirty in here, but just the thought of someone else's butt and grime living in here for very long just kind of is a little bit unsettling. So we're gonna detail all of this, clean up all the carpets, use our shampoos, and get this feeling like it's a little bit new. And it's always weird when you get a new car and it doesn't smell like your car, like it still smells like someone else's car. So we need to like eliminate all that odor. And yes, your boy has a little micro stash today. I got a little bored, decided to change it up. Let me know what you guys think. My little Nacho Libre mustache, I kind of like it. I never thought I would miss the sound of a VQ, but I have, and hearing it feels good. It's a little windy out here today, boys, but we are gonna do our job quick. We're gonna spray down this whole entire thing and coat everything except the paint. This can be pretty abrasive. It actually only says let it sit for 45 seconds max. So we're gonna coat everything, and then we're gonna start spraying everything off.
Make sure you spray that.
Yeah, someone drew a dick on there, and that wasn't me. So that means the dude before had...
It might have been me.
It could have been you. It might have been you. Was it you?
Probably was me.
Let's say it was you.
I wouldn't have pointed it out otherwise. I would have just laughed.
I'm gonna go pretty gnarly on these strut towers. This is probably gonna sit for a little more than 45 seconds because we're spraying so much and I want to get pretty thorough. Grab your power washer, and here comes the satisfying part. It's crazy how that literally did so much for the car. We're gonna do this a few times, but wow, look at that. That's awesome. That makes me really happy. Now let's hit it again. This time I'm gonna focus a little deeper on getting into the frames where it's pretty deep. I wanna make this thing look like it's brand new. That came out better than I thought. I thought it was gonna come out good, but this came out very, very good. Doing stuff like this, if you're gonna start a car, literally it just adds value. Like if I saw this versus what it was, I would have thought that the car was in better condition when it really just makes no difference. It's just dirt on it. But that's awesome. That looks really good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead follow through with the wash, clean off the rest of the car because it is filthy. There's crap all over it. And if I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the car, I might as well just do the whole thing. So let's wash it. I'm sure some of you were thinking, T, don't forget to do the underside of the hood. And I just last minute glanced up at it and saw how disgusting it was. So before we go ahead and do the rest of the car, I'm gonna spray all this stuff down. Change of plans. We're actually gonna do the headlights first because I'm sure I'm gonna get like this compound all over the bumper and stuff, and I don't wanna get it on the car after I clean it. So this seems pretty easy. I just read the instructions. We're gonna be using the Meguiar's 2-step headlight restoration kit. Comes with a couple supplies and a couple cleaning pads. I always love doing this stuff. This is always really, really entertaining to me. Just gonna put a quarter-size dab onto this pad. Oh, it's like a gel. Go a little more. Yeah, just a dab will do ya. The doctor's in. Back and forth. All right, let's wipe this and see if it looks any clearer. Whoa, wow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but dang. There's still a little bit foggy, but that yellow oxidation is gone. Let's go ahead and finish it off. Also, if you want to be a little bit reckless, they recommend applying blue tape around the edge here, but I'm being pretty careful and making sure I don't scratch any of the paint. Dang, not bad. I'm probably gonna do that one more time all over again, but here's the side we just did, and comparing it to the right side, it's a pretty big difference. There's still a little bit foggy even after getting rid of the oxidation. So I actually just dug up this one that actually has the bit. I just said I wasn't gonna do this one, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this one as well and see if we can get a better result. So in certain areas that I can't get this pad to fit, I'm just gonna come in and do it by hand. Mickey couldn't stand me not having painter's tape, which I'm sure there were a few of you in the comments who also really wanted it. It's not the automotive one, Mick. So now that we've gotten rid of all the haze, so we have this headlight coating from our other kit, we're gonna go ahead and use it to finish off a clear coat. We're gonna allow that to dry for 5 minutes, and while that's drying, we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. I want you guys to look at this up close. That is what we started with, and that is what we ended with. These look brand new. I am shocked on how well that worked. I always love when stuff turns out better than you thought it was gonna turn out. It's just a good win all around. As I always say, if you're gonna wash your car and you don't spray it down with the hybrid ceramic wax from Meguiar's, you're literally wasting your time. We're gonna cover this thing with some wax, spray it down again, and wipe her off. It's super easy to use. You literally just spray it all over the car just like this. I grab 2 and double fist it because it makes the job go a little bit faster. Once you get the car 100% covered, we're gonna spray it down. Yo, that cleaned up pretty well. The paint condition is absolutely horrible. The whole car, no matter where you touch it, feels like gritty sandpaper. So you can tell this car has never ever once been detailed in its life, which is fine. I'm not gonna polish anything or get anything to like show car material. This car is gonna be on the drift track, and half the time it's gonna have a car on the side of it. So not really my biggest concern, but the car did clean up pretty well. I didn't really clean the front bumper or rear bumper too hard. Like the front bumper looks like it hasn't been washed since like 2010. And there's bug splatters everywhere that even with me like rubbing on it pretty hard, I can't get any of it off. We have a new bumper coming in 2 days and a rear bumper coming in 2 days. So I'm not really gonna give that much elbow grease into fixing it. I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. Let's pull this thing inside and get to the interior. Before we start cleaning this car, I'm gonna answer some comments that I've been seeing down below from yesterday's video. One, a lot of you guys are suggesting that I change out the trans fluid that we put in. We put in 7590. A lot of you are saying that damages synchros and whatnot. I appreciate you guys' feedback. I've always used it. I've never had an issue, but I'm gonna do some more research on it. Maybe the next time the car's up, we can swap that out and switch to something else if I find more information supporting all that stuff. So thank you for bringing that up. I'm also seeing a ton of feedback saying that you guys really like the GoPro footage. I like doing it, so to hear that you guys are enjoying watching it, it makes me pretty happy to hear. And I'm also seeing like, what is the main goal with this car and all that type of stuff. And if I haven't been clear enough, this car is, I guess, quote unquote, I want it to be my practice car. meaning the suspension setup and driving dynamic of this car is gonna be exactly like the 350. These are pretty much the same chassis, and the only real differences between this car and my Pro car is gonna be, this is gonna be 330 horsepower and that is 600 horsepower. But the Wisefab suspension is gonna feel nearly identical to the 350, which is the main thing. I don't want this to feel like a completely different car other than the power. I want them to feel pretty similar, so we're gonna be able to mimic that pretty well with the suspension setup that we're doing. Trying to put on a GoPro and get to cleaning. We're gonna start with vacuuming here because, oh, how does this even happen to a rug? It looks like a rat got into it. Oh, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's just like dust flying everywhere. Grody. Oh, there's like a hole through it. The vacuum I have is kind of a sad excuse for a vacuum, but I've had it for years and it still works, so I've never gotten rid of it. But it's literally a Home Depot like bucket vacuum. Hey, golf glove. Hey, fits perfect. All right, so this is interesting. I was wondering what he did with this. These are the seat belts that hold the seatbelt together. I was wondering how he was bypassing this, but I guess it was just underneath the floor. Normally, when you don't have your seatbelt on, it knows because there's a sensor in here. And that's what this wire goes to. So when you plug in your seatbelt, it doesn't freak out. Well, we're not technically wearing seatbelts or wearing harnesses, and he just left these underneath the car, underneath the seat, which is why I never saw them. But unfortunately, there's no belts. If there was belts, I would convert this thing back, but I'm assuming they just got locked up in the accident, so they cut them out. And you can see this panel's damaged, so they just probably threw them away. Unfortunately, they should have just fixed it the right way. But finding some random junk here as we go through. This guy left a lot of stuff in the car. You would have thought he would have cleared it out more, but I guess he just didn't care. He also left a good amount of little change in here. This could buy you a couple monsters at a vending machine. Some good loot. And boys, you already know that I'm stoked that this car has a cup holder. Just another Starbucks car. For the interior, we got a hyper dressing that will clean up most of the junk on this, and it smells absolutely amazing. I'm gonna use a cloth cleaner for everything else. I always think it's really valuable to wipe all your plastics down. I think clean plastics can make a car look a lot better condition than what it really is. I usually like spray everything, wipe everything down. Anything that is plastic, it's being wiped. And a lot of the smell, I feel like, is carried in the plastic. All the stuff that someone else touches, clean all that junk up. I've always thought these gauge pods were really neat for this car. And the fact that they actually do stuff is really cool. The one that really only matters is this oil temp. I think the Nismo, or maybe if you get like the sport ones, it comes with other stuff that tells you more important things. But nonetheless, even though this is a base, it's pretty cool that it comes with it. Oh shit, that scared me. I really want a new steering wheel as well. I was looking at some like Alcantara ones. I want to keep a stock wheel. I don't really want to do a aftermarket wheel, just because I want to be able to always use this stuff. I don't even know if this stuff is linked to that anymore. I haven't really been with the car enough to know that. Also, a lot of comments are like, oh, there's the VDC button is on the left. And you can do donuts. I didn't know that was there, but good to know it does do donuts, huh?
It smells pretty good over here.
See? I thought I was just telling them.
It doesn't smell like a teenager's
rump anymore.
bedroom anymore.
It kind of still does. Like I'm getting a little bit of whiff of it,
I
but
can smell it all the way over there by the Civic.
I'm slowly.
Your hazards are on, bro.
Really? Oh
I
shit.
can actually see them.
Dude, those headlights came out good. I'm gonna try to clean this up because a lot of the stink comes from the cloth. The stink, oh shoot. The stink really comes from everywhere. Let's just add this 3D printed shift knob. Let's just clean all of it up. We used this on the Supra, did a really good job. It stays wet for a little bit, so you kind of have to not sit in it for a little, but does a really good job at getting out dirt and just like that brown coloring you'll see. This will eliminate all that. And then once most of it is worked in, you just kind of dry it off with a towel. let that dry for about a day. It really only takes 10 minutes, but it will still be kind of damp for a day. And a lot of the coloring comes out. We're still gonna hit this with a deodorant as well, but just for the cleaning purpose, goes a long way. I'm also gonna hit the cloth right here. And this is the secret that I think everyone sleeps on. Air fresheners do a good job, but the main bulk of smell hides in the cloth and carpet. This is pretty much like an air freshener for your carpets. And it's really easy because all you do is just douse all the cloth in this spray. Like I'll even spray the carpets up by the feet. I'm not shy with any of these products. I layer it everywhere. Even right here. Make our way to the trunk. Anything cloth related. And you'll end up finding that this will make your car smell like it has an air freshener inside of it for like a week or two. Again, we're eliminating the stench of someone else. Going neutral. Yeah. This thing is disgusting. It's chewed up, it's very brown. I'm gonna try to save it, but I'll probably just end up ordering a new one. Mickey just came and saw it and he was like, dude, stop cheaping out. But this is supposed to be a cheap build. I'm gonna try to hose this thing down. Mickey just said he's done it before and he just saturates it in the upholstery cleaner. And then I'm gonna get a power washer and just give her hell. And then we'll have it let it dry for a day or two.
That thing's beyond repair, bro.
It's pretty gross. It's
But it'll be interesting to see how this does.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, I can see like brown. Oh, oh, that was nasty. Oh, it's like brown water. I probably should just buy a new one. For some reason, I have hope that these will survive. So gross. I'm finding a lot of entertainment in bringing this car back to life. Like, it's coming together really well. I swear, if this car was presented the way it is now to me when I saw it, I feel like I would have paid like at least an extra $1,000 more for the car. Minimum. Guess I'll just leave this to dry for like a day. I'll leave it outside for now. Leave it in the sun, I guess. We'll put it inside when we go home. Call me crazy, boys. I don't know what it is, but when I'm cleaning windshields and cleaning glass, I always find that it does better on paper towels or like microfiber paper towels rather than actual microfibers. I don't know why. But a glass that is not clean bothers the hell out of me. I'm stoked right now. This thing is actually shaping up really, really nicely. And I've enjoyed so much of what we've done today. The car right now is absolute soaking on the inside because we just sprayed everything. So I'm gonna leave the doors open and let it dry out a little bit. But this thing looks like money on the inside. Smells great. Wipe down all the windows. We're missing one thing right now. Oh man, the focusing on this camera sometimes sucks and I know you guys hate it, I'm sorry. The drop on Friday, we have 9 new banners dropping. So these are little samples to kind of just show what they look like. These are obviously not to scale, but there are tons of amazing colors all releasing this Friday at 10 a.m. Can't wait, thehuntandcompany.com. I was thinking about doing this one because I love this one. It's like the Hunt & Co logo repeated a million times and then this like a bigger one. So we have that one and then we have one like this that says keep moving forward. But because this is a little Hot Boy car, I think I'm gonna go with the Hot Boy color. And we have a white car and we have gray wheels with red accents. I think that might be the move, boys. Let's go find that one. I believe this is the one right here. This has got to be it. We have a lot of banners. Check out the packaging we've done on this. We always try to make these look as professional as possible. These banners were done in collaboration with Premium. So there's a little shout to Premium on the back of the tags. So dope. It also comes with instructions so you don't screw it up because this does have a pretty high percentage of user error when installing it.
When you do it.
Yeah, when I do it. Luckily I have a pro here.
Did you wash the window? No.
I did. I tried. The window, dude, the window has seen better days.
No, that's...
The window is
I just
fucked.
scratched it off, bud.
Dude, the window is
Okay,
fucked.
yeah,
It's disgusting.
All right, let's send this. The fold is the center. So you're gonna put this edge right in the top where the rubber meets.
Yeah.
Come your way, right there.
Have you seen like those viral videos? Well, I guess they're mainly on TikTok I've seen, but like they like push it, destroy it, and heat it back up, and it goes back to its normal shape.
It's been able to do that for years, but people are just now starting to figure that out.
Can't you go like that?
Yeah, sometimes you can get them. You're basically trying to work that air into an area where you can get it out.
Dude, that trips me out. All right, the wheels have officially been picked up. Brian just drove down from Ontario. The 370Z wheels are going to a new home. I think he said he's gonna put them on a wait, you said 240? S14 or 13? S13.
S13 hatch. Yeah.
What's your Instagram? Actually, I'll just plug it because I was DMing you. If anyone wants to go and follow that build, I'll plug it down below. Putting the car up because I want to get a little check to see how the drain plug is doing. Yesterday's video, it looked like I really cranked it down. I didn't. I made a little noise, but I was joking. It's not that tight, guys. Don't worry. And it's not leaking at all, so that's good. This mat is still drying, but it looks a million times better, bro. Hell yeah. We just got our wheels sold. I'm happy on that. Again, if anyone is looking to buy some stock C8 wheels or some 2500 High Country 2020 wheels, email me. Pickup only, but I'll sell it on the cheap. One of my favorite parts of every day. I get a lot of questions from you guys like, when are you gonna mod this car and when are you gonna do this and that? And the honest answer is, I don't really feel the need to, or like I don't really want to right now in this moment. I love that I don't ever worry about this car about having any issues. I don't worry about my front lip hitting anything because I don't have one. Like I don't worry about it. It just works, and I drive this car more off camera than I do on camera. Like, this was never a content car for me. It was like, yo, I dreamed of this my whole entire life. I've been working for this car my whole entire life. I'm just gonna enjoy it for me for what it is. I'm sure I'll maybe put some mods on it eventually, and I know I'll do wheels eventually, but the honest truth is I just haven't really felt the need to do anything. Because I love it for what it is. The exhaust was really all I wanted. So I sat down and spent the last hour or so just trying to figure out the last things that I wanted to get for this car. Well, there's still going to be a few more items that we're going to end up buying for this car. Like I mentioned earlier, I really want to get a new steering wheel for the car. I don't want to get like a detachable like racing steering wheel. Gosh, I'm tired today. I want to get just like a whole entire new stock steering wheel so I can keep the buttons and keep it looking more like a street car. That might change eventually, but I'm looking for like an Alcantara replacement, but I haven't found a website that really like has exactly what I'm looking for. But I just went on to Z1 because I'm ordering a few of their like products that they have. Some little things that we're getting. It's always nice to have extended wheel studs on a drift car. So I bought 2 sets of those. We need some new lug nuts so we can give Evan his other ones back. Got open-ended for the extendeds. I got this little wheel stud installer tool. It looks pretty neat, so I wanted to try that out. I also found that they sell the Nismo front bumper fascias that the guy that I bought them from didn't have, and it's like 30 bucks. So I went ahead and just add that to the cart. Z1 makes a pretty decent, Z1 makes an intake that I'm interested in, so I went ahead and picked that up. And then I also found some test pipes that I'm gonna add. All of that is coming into a grand total of just over $1,000. I'm also a little guilty right now because I told you guys, and I still hold to this statement, I'm not gonna overbuild this car, and I'm gonna keep it reliable and all that stuff, but I may be bending a little bit on making it pretty just because I like the cars to be a little bit pretty. The Nismo stuff, I wasn't able to pass that up. It needed it. It looked good, so we got the Nismo front and rear.
Like talking about it, like you seem so happy. Are you having fun with it?
Yes, it's fun having a cheap car again.
Like I haven't in a long time seen you like talk to the camera like so excited.
I'm honestly just excited because I have this mustache growing in.
Oh babe, you have a long time ago.
But I got the Nismo stuff because I couldn't pass it up. I wanted it, so we got it. But then I was like, oh man, but like the wing though, like the wing would really complete the rear end of the car. And I put on Instagram, does anyone have a Nismo wing out there? I'm looking to buy one. And I'm getting so many DMing me just with air quotations saying, I'm not gonna overbuild this. That's not overbuilding. Overbuilding means like doing like a sequential gearbox and motor swap and blah, 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 blah. It's still basic. It just has body parts on it that, yeah, will they probably get screwed up and banged up and all that stuff? Yes. They will. But is it still gonna make me really happy to see the car looking good when it's banged up? Yes. So I just found this wing. One of you guys just sent me a picture of it. It's the pictures on here kind of suck. They don't really have any good ones, but it's a Nismo wing. It's called the Evo R. No idea who it's from, but this like top piece, it's like a little bit bigger of a wing and it's in carbon. And I don't know, it just looks good. And it's relatively cheap, and it's probably gonna take forever to get here because who knows where it's coming from. But I want it, and it's gonna look good, so we're gonna go ahead and get that. So that's gonna be another 500 bucks.
Wait, is that the one that the guy just DM'd me?
Yeah.
You should give him a shout out.
What's his name, Sabrina?
Babe, you're a savage.
Well, I found it before him.
No.
Bet. Justin Bernardini.
Or Bernardi. Justin Bernardi.
Well, shout out to you, because I'm buying that wing right now. Hope you guys enjoyed another video today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below because it helps out the videos way more than you know. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and keep moving forward.